Hi, I'm Sumeeth Mehta, and I am a professional artist. I'm a visual artist, I'm a food photographer and a food stylist, and I'm a therapeutic art life coach, and I'm also a skill juror. Yeah, so I have a background with art because I did my fine arts bachelor's and visual arts. I remember when I joined fine arts because of my dad, because he met my director, and somehow I was going to another CA or different professions because nobody knew about fine art then, and nobody was aware of fine art, and nobody was giving that importance to fine arts. So that was a thing. But we thought like, okay, let's try. I was very much into like graphic art, so I joined fine art to do the graphic art. But later on, I indulged my interest in paintings and workshop because I thought that's more liberal. I can do at certain age with me. I don't have to go or join any company and all. So that is how I built my journey. And then in master's degree, so I was in an art camp. So it was in India and some other state, and I was doing art camp because we were going. So that time I actually pleased my dad. Let us go. It's for 3 or week. It was like 4 to 5 days camp, and I convinced like, okay, maybe we don't get that the turn next time in life. Something because I had some event also at my place, so it was hard, may or may not. So when I joined that the festival, it was National Art Festival, and in that festival I was doing pig. So that was my subject when I was doing my master's degree. The subject, the form, object, it was a pig. So I used to go and take live pictures of the pig, the habitat, everything. And I know like it was like maybe it was not that appealing, but when I did that in master's degree in that camp, somebody came and spoil my canvas. So they just tore my canvas and nothing was left, and I just had another day to submit in the morning, and it was all gone. And I was like so devastated that time, like this is my last chance because it's master's degree, I may not get the turn. So I brought the another canvas and I did by myself. I was all night working on my canvas, and till next day morning I just submitted my canvas. So we had the judges from outside and all, and gladly or miraculously, my work was the first award. So I won the National Award in Fine Arts. I think that turned my journey because it taught me it's not because what others feel and others like. It taught me the self-determination, hardworking, and what you like, what you want to be. And those rolling eyes when the people was like, oh, it's pig, but later on it was like, oh, it's pig. So, that thing, that moment and incident really nurtured my life through, and it gave me more confidence to keep going and working in my art journey. So then I got married and I came to United States. It was so much because nobody knew about fine arts because like my husband is also from IT, so we had many friends of IT, but not from my industry. So first I came to Texas and I was just looking for the galleries and all, and I met somebody who was doing fine art. So I was like, okay, this really works. And then we kept relocating to several locations, several states. There I also like what is fine art. Nobody was much aware of it. And so many journeys, so many incidents came when I was like, okay, I think maybe it's better for me to join another profession. Maybe that is more better in monetary ways, or the study wise or everything, getting the licenses and all. I just kept moving on with my art journey. I was very particular because when I gave those years to myself, and when my parents really worked hard on me, I am not going to compromise, because once I do some other thing, I don't think so I can give time to my art journey. And then we moved to New Hampshire. So where thereafter, I remember I was expecting again with my second child, but I was like, okay, I am going here because before my second one, I want to dig something, because I don't want to sit back another 3 to 4 years. I have no family around. And I'm like, no. So I just kept nurturing and looking for the art institutions. I visited art colleges and all, maybe if I can do something. And I showed my work and all. They said like, yeah, it's good. I mean, you don't have to go another thing, you just have to a degree. But again, I was with my child. I couldn't go to college. And like, okay. So after when she turned 2, 3, I met somebody and he just came. He's an attorney from India. He does trademarks and also when he came, he's my dad's, my friend's dad, and he visited me and he was like, oh, this is your work. Why don't you build your brand? I'm like, I don't know. So he actually influenced me, no, this really is good. And I was like, okay. And I think because during that duration I started like volunteering in like Hooksett Art Library. I just walked in like, okay, if I may, can give workshops. And I just started building. I gave several workshops to all the children of all ages and the adults as well. And then I joined Hooksett PTA. I started working and I built my community art club where I was teaching art and different traditions of around the world. And we had like the beautiful art night. We had food, we have people, we had dresses, and all the children participated in dance and culture and the food and art thing. And so since then, I have also built my brand MYLiines. MYLiines is my art brand, which is the core formation of my 2 daughters and my husband, because Lynn is the last name of my daughters, and I stands for Ishpreet, S stands for Sumeeth. And it also means MYLiines. That's a version of MYLiines as MYLiines. So MYLiines has driven from MYLiines. And it's been 6 years completed, so I filed it for again. And so I have my 2 business like MYLiines, that's from art and photography, and Sumeeth Mehta's photography, that is for my photography and lifestyle and food photography journey. And since going then, it's going well. I have now moved to Texas and this is my studio. I am more aware. I have got more opportunities to work with and yeah, moving on. Yeah, so lifestyle photography, I think it happened to happen because again, relocations a lot, my moving, meeting a lot of different traditions, cultures. I felt somewhere where having friends and then leaving them and moving to a different and okay, next. My work was not sitting in my own room or going to office, you know, where I feel I have people around. No, my work was like to go and pitch. So there is both the way scenarios. I felt like food is a paramount way of cultural interactions. It brings you close. It brings different culture, very nurturing and learning about different life stories, everyday lifestyles. So from there, and also I was like food has also bloomed me and inspired me in different scenarios of agriculture, countryside villages. I had also seen my grandmother, she has had her garden, so that is also somewhere in mind. I was little closer to the Sikh temple and we used to get the Kara Prasad like every day she used to give me. That has also inspired me and influenced me. So I have seen, and in Nashua, New Hampshire, I was near the countryside villages, towns where you had horses, agriculture, cattle, beautiful scenes and all. I just wanted to see how their culture, how their lifestyle is, the nature, the plants, agriculture, and how people are so much aware of organic stuffs or buying good or free from pesticide. So everything, I believe, whatever we bring to the table, it comes from the farm. So farm to table, it brings a lot of different efforts that people generally forget. I just got somehow inspired by that thing, and I think that I just contributed to my photography journey. So I do offer art, teaching art. I also niche with children art because I prepare children working or participating in different art competitions. We have worked a lot of organization with, like there is one Texas State Fair. So I also work with children a lot because I work with all children and I help them in building their skills mentally and physically. I also work with special kind of children, special needs, as a therapeutic art coach, because I also recently had a child who was just scribbling in, and she was just 5, 6, she just started kindergarten, and she was there, like the colors were all just not able to be in a circle, and at the end of my class summer camp, she was all inside, she was coloring so well, she was so confident. So I think building confidence and offering in what stream they want to be, not pushing that child, and understanding. I also help children in if they want to participate in art competitions. So we had several art competitions, we competed, we participated, and again, these competitions are not competitive competition. This is like building in inner self, motivating, and just that, you know, that thing of like, okay, keep going with the artwork and just enjoying the journey and praising each other's work. Having and understanding the art critique, that art critique is something which helps you grow, it doesn't pull you back, and helping each other out. So my students in my art class, they don't, like if somebody has asking a color, if they are all, if I have 5 or 6 students and if they are going in the same competition, same level, they are not competing with each other. Instead, they are helping, okay, this color is good, or maybe you can try this object, or maybe you can bring black or green color. So this is what I want to have, a beautiful environment, the positive environment. And we do, so my daughter has, I started with my daughter, so my daughter has participated in a Reflections art contest. It went from regional, state, and national, so she received 2 national awards in Reflection art contest, and I think that helped me to understand how these competitions work. We also do state Texas art contest, we do Fish state art contest, we do a lot regional, state, and I offer art sessions for adults, which I teach them art and photography. The teenagers photography, I offer them photography. I teach them the basics of camera, the lifestyle photography as well. The lighting, like if you see my work, it's mostly the lighting is the power. I help them understanding the concept of lighting, from backlighting or the side lighting or top lay, and food photography. I offer my photography to the bakers, restaurants, businesses. Like anybody has a cake business or a bread business, so this is where like I can help them taking better pictures so that they can have on their websites and social media. I also do content creating with the brands. So if I have some brand, we'll make content reels and you know, spread out the word more how you can use it. I also create my recipes. So when I have some products of the, like I had date syrup or something, so instead of like, okay, pouring it or drizzling it over the pancakes, I will instead go and try some new recipe. So I have a lot of businesses as well. I do love cooking because everybody in my family does. I was a child, I never loved cooking. I never wanted to get married. I never wanted to be in a kitchen. My sister, she's elder, she was more into kitchen and cooking. I was not that kind of a person. But I don't know, because of my food journey, because I love doing events a lot. And I had daughters, so that made more fun because I just started, okay, planning their birthday parties. And I have cooked. Because we were in West Virginia, we didn't find a lot of cooks there. So I cooked for 60 people, I remember. And it was like, if someone says like it's like a lot of work, but I felt everything has taught me something. And okay, if I did it, so if I did it, I can do a lot better. That's what I think, because I learned from each experience. And now when it comes to me, my daughter likes now cooking, my younger one is also enjoying. So food, and then coming with the food journey, and I also try to eat. I have like my clean eating habits. So I think everything involves into it. And when you bring food, like again, so I love going to pick your like own farm, we bring vegetables and then shooting that and then cooking something out of it, presenting on the table. And that fun is very different, that satisfying, that satiety when you put and take a bite. I believe that's a different world. So this is all mingling, gathering when you have food, friends, or a paint party, everything. So I have various inspiration that has bloomed my journey. One is again moving and relocations, because learning different cultures, meeting different people, and countryside villages and all, not giving up and just keep trying. That I believe is my strength and inspiration both, because failures does happen and it has to be. Critiques are acceptable, you should accept. And so all these journey, accepting, falling, rising, and juggling between two worlds of photography and art, because I know there was like, if I should go pursue photography or if I go pursue like art, I am like, now I can say, okay, it's going, we are on East platform and I know which direction I'm moving on to. So I'm very honored, because I was working with the food, and I have one picture up there, the rice one. So I had in my mind that I should create something with the rice. So she was just visiting me. She's my friend's mother-in-law. She had a flight next day, and I was like, okay, can you just sit, because she was wearing the same like dull colored drape and all. So she also helped me. She stood and we set up a rice crane. I wanted to bring rice because rice is a staple food, is prepared all over globe, and it has with different flavors and different cuisine, but it is like a staple food which is used all over the globe. And so this photography is now published in British Airways. I am so honored, because I was also received a commended place, and I was nominated for the Who Clear Woman Photographer of the Year award. So this is published in World Food Photography Awards and the Pink Lady Food Photographer of the Year. My other one photo of that farmer holding the lemons and the lime, that is also published, and that picture was published in Piccadilly, London again and again. It's a finalist in the World Food Photography Awards. So in both the pictures, both the photos, I represented United States, and the competition is from 67 to 70 countries, and there are only 4 to 5 photos. And so they select like 12 or 10 photos or 7, maybe I think 9 to 12 photos on the short list, and then 4 or 5 photos on the finalist. So I'm very honored to get my work published and going places, and it was all published and exhibited in London. And so that one is again for the British Airways. And I also received one award for the Interfaith. That was the culture. They asked the picture for the festival, but instead of giving the culture or the color festival, I have a picture. She's the old lady, she's having the turmeric in hand, and that represents the colors, like how you play holy color. So it's not the color, but that's a pure form of a color. When you rub, you by default get yellow color in your hand. So that was published and awarded for Interfaith Food Photo Wise for the first jury award. And I also got participated with my daughter for the Tiny Film Festival in Nashua for the it's like NPL Publications, and both of our movie again on the food story. It was a tea kettle food story, and she made a different story. So my story is also published and awarded there. And yeah, I have also a few of my works published in art, like food photography magazines and other magazines like Stellar Exposure and Circle magazines. So they are published here and there. And me and my daughter also had an international exhibition in 2023. For her it was first, for me it was a solo exhibition after a decade with my daughter. So we love mother-daughter thing and going and performing together. So photography for me, that's very funny, and I know like you will smile as well. I use a very basic camera. I still don't have advanced camera. And when I joined photography, I thought like it again happened in COVID because I got time, and then I learned, okay, it just popped on my screen somehow, like Food Photography Club. And she's a very good coach, like their masters in photography, and I joined their art summit, like photography summit. It just blew my mind, okay, something this exists, or this industry is also there. And I just started going forward. I thought my camera is not good because I had a lot of art critique. So my photography journey actually began because I joined the photography club in Hooksett. It was like the senior club, and they were very kind to have me sit there because I just wanted to do something, and my husband was traveling, and I just have my younger one with me. So I used to go and sit with her in the classroom and just take some sessions. They were very nice. They have a big group, and every week they used to critique the picture. So they used to give a theme and critique. Every time it was so much like they were all like critiquing, and I was learning. Every time everybody was critiquing, oh, maybe this should be better, this should be better. For me, I was not understanding anything because it was a beginning for me. But again, I just started asking questions, why you think this is not good, or why you think what better I could have done. And so going forward, back and forth, I started practicing, and I realized like, I don't know, like, because I have achieved like something in the art world and photography, so I believe practicing makes it better rather than equipments. This is my personal thing. I still don't have the advanced camera. I am still, you know, accumulating my sum for the mirrorless cameras, but I feel process and practicing is better. I have a normal D5500 Nikon camera. I think the company has stopped making it also, but I tried with lenses. I have Topaz lenses. I'm a Nikon user, so I have different lenses to put to the zoom lens, understanding the basic, the light, and fixing the lenses. I believe on top you should understand and the direction. So if you see some of the work, like you said, so some are topless, some are 45-degree angles, some are 90-degree angles, some are from the sideways, and the photography. So lifestyle photography and food photography is little unique in itself, because in food photography you cannot have front lighting. It just makes your food flat, so it should always be the side lighting or the back lighting. So I tried this coffee thing. It's a backlighting because I got a beautiful window now in my studio that I didn't had it before. So I use natural lighting a lot. I use my artificial lightnings. I have my like filters. I have my other equipments, and I use continuous lightings. I use flash lighting. And for lifestyle photography, I love to set up a scene I have in mind, and then different food or different equipment, different color zone. I use different boards of different colors. They are like some wooden ones or different textures, and then also I have to cover around surroundings on the walls, different black or green or brown, whatever I'm doing it. And yeah, settling up the scene, lightings, food, exposures, and the different styles. I keep moving with my camera until I find it. We take several shots, and then I pick one shot. And after that, post-production is very important. So whenever you do photography, I suggest like post-production is a thing that is really required. So I use Lightroom in that, and that does a job so well. So, what I have learned with art critique, I'll just say one example, what happened in my experience. So I joined Art Club, the photography club of Hooksett, and we had one visitor, and she's a talented photographer. She used to work in a criminal photography and journalism. So the club called her to have a critique. And when I went to the in that meeting, I sat down and I saw two of my canvases, like these frames were there, and I thought, oh wow, they picked my frame. I did not know what they were going to do it. And so one at a time, now when it was my turn, she picked the frame. She didn't tell the name. Everybody knew in my circle, in my group, it's my work. And then she's starting, okay, this is not good enough photography, this is not good, this, and she kept going. And I was like, okay. And then she picked the other one and she kept going. And like, okay. And I was like, I didn't wanted to talk to anybody, but I got it, like what is happening and what she was trying to say it. Then when she was done with mine, she picked another frame, and then everybody was like, wow, it was just 3 flowers. I still remember that work. It was this big size. It was all green background, and it has 3 flowers. And everybody in the room like, wow. And I didn't get it, what they are talking about. After the meeting, everything is done, over. Next time I met my mentor, so I still have their Doris and Mike. They were a very good couple, and they were very much kept doing with the photography, and they are still doing it. I just went them and I asked like, okay, now tell me why everybody was like so amused with this purple flower. And then he told me, because it is in center, it's like photography does have some rules, like rule of 3s, and it should be on the corner and everything. I'm like, okay. And then I was like, what? He was talking about my work. And then he was honest, because every time when we are doing it, people comment like, good, if it's nice, they say wow, if not, okay. And you just get your work frame and then you display, and people come watch and go, because there are several others. They don't have to stop at here's work. But I believe that critique really just turned my life, because after that, I didn't stop. Every time I used to go, okay, tell me now what. And then they told me what I should have done it, because I was from like art world, and I was just changing things according to me. I thought like, if I want yellow, I could do yellow. If I do black, I could do black. So yellow is again my color, which you see in most of my work. In my first photography club, like I had a show and I painted all my work to yellow and black. That was just a learning lesson. Yes, and I also received People's Choice Award in that photography club in New Hampshire. And so since then, I learned a lesson to ask and have a critique, because critique helps you grow, critique helps you build, critique helps you grow in and improve your journey a lot. And it doesn't, pull you back, or nobody's criticizing you. Instead, they are giving you a critique, so it could help you do more better. So finding McKinney Art Club actually gave me the reason of calm and happiness, joy, because this club did not only accepted me, but it opened the arms. It's so, nurturing me till now. I am learning a lot from my director, that's Catherine. She is an inspiration in all, I must say, because moving here and leaving a lot behind after a certain stage, moving to Texas and then just looking around what to do, I just was going over my screen and I found McKinney Art Club on social media. And there, when I reached to you, Catherine, and you were so calm. You were so welcoming. That is the positive thing. And you were so welcoming, and you were ready to prompt to meet, and we had a meeting, and since then, we are going forward. And you welcomed me to the club, and everybody in the club, when I go to the board meeting, I look forward to it. So now, today when I'm making my schedule, I know I have to keep Thursdays off, because that day I cannot compromise with my meetings. If it's a small part or a big part, but everybody's so, they are so welcoming, they welcome you with the open arm, and they accept you. So this is, I believe, McKinney Art Club has changed my life. I am so honored to be there, and I look forward to it. And meeting the other day, last week, I had McKinney member club meeting for the very first time, and I saw so many people, and that the energy level of them bringing their artwork in different fields, mediums. Somebody was doing crochet, somebody was doing knitting, somebody has some statues or ceramics. So everybody has a niche Today, at what level and age we are, I believe everybody's experienced, everybody knows in what way and path they have to move forward, but still we are learning. We have a lot of workshops, I believe, and it's not like, okay, I'm an artist and I'm done. No, there is so much more to learn and give back. This is what I have learned. Giving back is a blessing. So if you have it, what I have, I'm happy to offer. What others have, they're happy to offer, they're happy to give. Or if not in the class also, if you ask them, they are very pleasing and they just let you know the details. I have one more incident. I don't know if it could help someone. So again, with the photography, how I improved in photography. So photography, I learned by myself. I did not go to college for photography. For fine arts, I went to my bachelor's degree, and I have a degree, I have experience, I've worked a lot. So with photography, after the COVID happened and everything, my neighbor, she was very kind. She was also moving and she gifted me a bird feeder. And I was in an apartment. So she gifted me a bird feeder, we placed it, and we were like having lots of different birds. I started shooting birds. So from there where I started practicing. It was not on a theme, it was just me, my camera, and I started playing with my gear, my camera, what I have. And I was very excited. I took a lot of pictures of the woodpecker, cardinals, and I emailed the pictures to my mentor, who was again the head of the club. She was running, Doris. And I was very excited, like, okay, Doris, see, I took these pictures, how are these? And she's like, and she emailed me back, Sumeeth, these are all blur. And I think next time when you're doing the photography, just keep an eye on the eye of a bird or the lens, touch this, and other things for the focusing, maybe work more on the focus. And I received the email and like, okay, not even one when I was expecting, she said, wow, Sumeeth, no, nothing wow, because she has seen a lot of better works, of course. And again, I think I took that as a thing to motivation driven me. And I just started working more, I worked on more focus, and then later on when I saw my work, I realized, yes, what she meant it. And from there, first part to the second part, when I emailed her my work, she was like, yes. So, and again, I'm not a bird photographer, for that you have different gears and all, but again, to learning and understanding basic is very important. That is very, very important. You cannot get over it, you cannot nothing can compromise when you just work on your skills and understand, and you are open to accept the critique. That only will help you. Until you don't have any mentor, we are not going to college. The critiques is the only strategy to build your portfolio, career, and your practice. So I have an event coming up in March 14 that is Perch to Paradise, and I'm very honored because now I have my Hazel. This is Hazel. I don't know if we can see it. So Hazel is our bird. That event that we are hosting with McKinney Art Club is Perch to Paradise. We have a paint and the photography sessions. We welcome everybody to come and join in. It's just $5 fee. It's open to members and it's more open to non-members. It's an open area. It's in downtown McKinney. It's at Hurt Creek Center backyard. It's a beautiful place to come. It's a beautiful place with the children and the family to visit. We will be giving supplies, art supplies, and we'll also have photography sessions. We also have a theme because my bird Hazel is bluish and whitish, and so we have a theme. Everybody is encouraged to wear white, blue, or green, and just wear some hats, some fancy things, and we'll have a photo booth set up. We'll be allotting the timings for every photo, so you're welcome to dress up in anything you want to be. Come participate, have Hazel see and feel his how we are celebrating him. He's no more with us, but he is inspired. He's an inspiration in the family. I still have not forgotten him. He was a child to us. He was with us and then he flew out, and after 5 days we got him back, and that was again a story. Miraculously we found him back, and then after 6 to 7, 8 months he passed away. So I am he's still our family part, and I wanted to do something for Hazel, and this is what I'm trying to offer and trying to do something for Hazel. So you can see this is a bird Hazel, and he's celebrating the birthday with my daughter.